The Formula One community has been taken aback by the recent rumor circulating about a possible move by Verstappen to Mercedes. There appears to be credible support for this speculation, especially in light of the recent upheaval at Red Bull. Verstappen's father publicly addressed the toxicity within the team, echoing concerns raised by Marco. Toto Wolff has added fuel to the fire by expressing optimism about having the Dutchman on his team starting in 2025. However, the question remains, is Verstappen's switch to Mercedes a realistic scenario? If so, what would be the cost for Red Bull from 2026 onwards, given Ford's influential role in the impending relationship? Despite Red Bull's current dominant era, Verstappen has been strongly linked to Mercedes in recent days. While it's crucial to recognize that this is still just a rumor, various statements lend support to the possibility. Although Verstappen has no apparent need to depart from Red Bull given their success, his father contends that the management structure led by Christian Horner has significantly impacted his son's situation. Additionally, there seems to be an exit clause in Verstappen's contract with Red Bull, allowing him to leave the team at any time if he feels uneasy or perceives a decline in their dominant performance. As per Jos, the initial condition seems to have been met. A tight-knit group of Josh's associates has reportedly leaked information to the media, suggesting that Max might leave Red Bull starting in 2025, with Mercedes being the favored destination. Apart from Jos Verstappen, Helmut Marko, a significant figure in this matter, commented stating, "The internal investigations at Red Bull have been concluded. I won't provide further details, and as far as I'm concerned, I won't hinder Max if he chooses to depart." This statement is noteworthy, as Marko openly admitted uncertainty about Verstappen staying with Red Bull from 2025 onwards, despite recent successes in Bahrain and Jeddah. Even the impressive 1-2 finish couldn't divert attention from the internal issues within the Austrian team. The situation appears precarious, with the possibility of significant changes if either Horner or Verstappen leaves. The pressure within the team is mounting, reaching a potential boiling point, as Josh forewarned about the team potentially breaking down. Horner's recent exoneration from allegations has stirred some unrest within Red Bull, evident in statements from the Verstappen family and Marko aligning with those critical of the team's leadership. Joss's statements have sparked considerable interest and concern in the paddock, drawing attention to the tensions within the team. From questioning Horner's suitability back in Monaco 2022 to suggesting that his role extends beyond a team principal to include Red Bull Racing's CEO, Joss might have ventured a step too far. Expanding on this issue, the father of the three-time world champion expressed his concern, emphasizing that there is tension within the team. As long as the current team principal remains in his position, there is a risk of the team being torn apart, and the situation cannot persist in its current state. It is bound to explode. He pointed out that the team principal is playing the victim despite being the one causing problems. The significance of these statements from Jos and Marko is heightened by Max Verstappen's close trust in only two individuals on the grid, his father and the veteran Austrian who introduced him to the sport. Adding to the complexity, it appears that Verstappen is not particularly eager to defend his team principal. When asked about it by Ben Sulayem, the Dutchman chose to remain silent, allowing events to unfold on their own. A notable shift is occurring at Red Bull, and the team is facing considerable stakes, not only due to the potential departure of Verstappen, but also because of their planned partnership with Ford. There are reports suggesting that Ford is seeking a way out of their contract with Red Bull, possibly influenced by CEO Jim Farley's displeasure with the Austrian brand keeping the investigation led by Christian Horner a secret. Toto Wolff's statements add another layer to the unfolding drama. Discussing Mercedes' next driver, especially Max Verstappen, Wolff, while many might consider it an impossible scenario given the current pecking order, refused to deny it. He stated that anything is possible regarding the driver replacing Hamilton, emphasizing that he is in no rush to make a decision and will carefully evaluate the market. Wolff acknowledged that drivers will always choose the quickest car, and currently, Red Bull holds that position. He concluded by affirming that nothing is impossible in the ever-changing dynamics of Formula One. Adding to the complexity of the situation, it appears that highly regarded engineers such as Pierre Wash and Adrian Newey also have exit clauses in their contracts. In the event of Verstappen leaving the team before 2028 and activating his own clause, these engineers could face a significant challenge in transforming Mercedes into a highly competitive team. Joining the challenge and winning a championship with Verstappen would be a formidable task, and if he were to achieve a championship on his first attempt with Mercedes in 2025, assuming he joins the team, it would be a significant blow to Hamilton. Hamilton has struggled to accomplish the same for what appears to be the third consecutive year. However, it's crucial not to speculate too far ahead. Let's examine whether the current situation at Red Bull has the potential for a seismic impact that could shake the team to its core. Given the current state of affairs, two distinct factions have emerged within Red Bull. Marco and Jules, based on their comments, clearly advocate for the removal of Christian Horner from the team. However, their aspirations might be more ambitious than practical. Their desire for a key figure who has amassed 13 combined championships with Red Bull and has been integral since the team's inception in 2005 to step down solely due to differences in perspective and shared interests may be overly ambitious. Regardless of Verstappen's exceptional skills and the high-performance machinery at his disposal, the belief that he could be above the team is somewhat selfish. If Verstappen were to join Mercedes, he might face the ultimate consequence considering the Silver Arrow's recent struggles in building a competitive car. The upcoming 2026 regulations emphasize engine performance and electrification, prompting Red Bull to partner with Ford. However, despite leveraging knowledge from Honda, it appears that they still lack the experience to compete with Ferrari and Mercedes in this domain. The mounting pressure from Jos Verstappen suggests that Max could indeed seek a new racing home from 2025 onward. After all, we're talking about one of the most dominant drivers on the grid, known for adapting seamlessly to any ride provided to him in recent years. Reviewing the highlights of the recent seasons, while acknowledging the significant role of the car, it's evident that Max Verstappen has played a crucial part in maximizing its potential and establishing dominance. On the flip side, Sergio Perez serves as a stark contrast. Despite this, Red Bull holds a strong position, and opting for a different driver than Verstappen could lead them into a rebuilding phase. Such a move might result in a substantial exodus of engineers, with Adrian Newey being prominently rumored to depart from the Austrian squad alongside Verstappen. The potential departure of the three-time world champion could also raise concerns for Ford, possibly jeopardizing their relationship with Red Bull. This is an unwanted complication for the Austrian team, particularly when considering the improved outlook in both the Silver Arrows and Ferrari camps. Even though Hamilton's move to Ferrari might suggest otherwise, the 2026 pecking order has the potential to undergo significant changes from the current landscape. Considering all these factors, the power shift within Red Bull holds the potential to damage numerous relationships. With Ford actively seeking an exit from their partnership with Red Bull, the consequences of the Austrian team's actions are starting to manifest. The allegations, aimed at defaming a key figure who has contributed significantly to the team's success, have only served to tarnish Red Bull's image. This situation has shed light on the darker aspects of playing a pivotal role in such a significant game happening behind the scenes. The question arises, could Verstappen genuinely replace Hamilton at Mercedes? If so, would Red Bull inevitably crumble in the process? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below.